Hello students, welcome to new video lecture on virtual lab in physics. In this lecture I am going to discuss virtual lab experiment on Lissajous figure. Now here I am going to use CRO and signal generators to demonstrate Lissajous figures. So let us go to that experiment. So Lissajous figures using CRO and signal generator. This is virtual lab. Now what is theory of Lissajous figures? Actually these Lissajous figures were first demonstrated by Jules Antoine Lissajous in 1857. Now what is theory? Here suppose we have particle of mass m, and suppose two simple harmonic motions are acting on the particle simultaneously. So one simple harmonic motion, it is acting along you can take along x-axis, while another simple harmonic motion, so one simple harmonic motion, it is acting along so it is not getting straight. So along x-axis, and suppose it is moving between minus a and plus a, and another simple harmonic motion, it is acting along y-axis, and suppose it is moving between minus b and plus b. Now these two simple harmonic motions are acting on the particle simultaneously. So we can write x is equal to a sin omega 1 t plus phi 1 and y is equal to b sin omega 2 t plus phi 2, where omega 1 is angular frequency of simple harmonic motion along x-axis, omega 2 is angular frequency of simple harmonic motion along y-axis. Now, so what happens if we eliminate omega means of time between two equations, we will get equation between x and y, equation between x and y if we eliminate t, that is time t, and we get a curve on xy plane. So curve may be like this. So this is path of particle. Particle is moving along this path, or curve path may be like this. Path may be like this, or path may be circle. So you will get that path, curved path, and that curved path is called Lissajous curve. Now nature of that curve, it is decided by frequency ratio. Frequency ratio, that is omega 1 upon omega 2. Suppose this ratio, it is ratio of integers, integer ratio, then you will get closed path. But if that ratio is irrational, then you will not get closed path. For example, if we take frequency ratio 1:2, that is omega 1 upon omega 2 is equal to 1/2. So you will get a figure like this. So you will get figure like this. And now this figure is also not constant. Nature of means you will get two loops along x-axis, but that is not also constant, it is changing with phase. So it may become like this, means here it is like this, it may become like this. So it depends on phase difference. So nature of curve, it is decided by amplitudes A and B, frequency ratio omega 1 upon omega 2, and phase difference phi, that is phi 1 minus phi 2, phi 1 minus phi 2. So depending upon that you will get corresponding curve. Now here Lissaj's figure can be demonstrated by number of ways. There are mechanical methods, optical methods, as well as electrical methods. Here we are going to use electrical method to demonstrate Lissaj's figures. So here aim of our experiment is to demonstrate Lissaj's figures using signal generators and CRO, to measure unknown frequency from Lissaj's figures using CRO. So what is apparatus required here? So we require CRO, 2 signal generators, and corresponding connecting cables. Now here, so we'll see what is CRO, what is signal generator, and so on. Now let us see, this is a general structure of CRO. This is evacuated tube, and here this is front surface of tube. It is coated internally with fluorescent material. Now here we have filament. That filament is heated by using low tension battery. Here there is cathode plate, here there is cathode plate. So when filament is heated, this cathode plate is heated and it emits electrons, and that electrons, they remain near the cathode plate. Now here we have anode. Now anode, it is in the form of cylindrical shape and it has hole. Now signal electric field, it is applied between this anode and cathode, and this is applied using high tension battery. Suppose V is the potential. So what happens, that electrons that are attracted by anode and repelled by cathode. So electrons move through potential V volts. So each electron acquire kinetic energy EV, and that is equal to 1/2 mv square. Since potential is large velocity is acquired, or kinetic energy acquired by the electron. Here there is grid. Grid means it has small holes, and when electrons move towards anode, they pass through the grid and we get fine beam of electrons. When electrons arrive at the anode, they already have high kinetic energy, so they pass through the hole of anode and they come on this side, and we get a fine beam of electrons, and that beam will incident on the screen. Now when beam incident on the screen, since it is coated with fluorescent material, light is emitted and that light we see. Now here Y plates are there, means these are horizontal plates and beam is passing through that plates. Now if we apply signal to these two plates, means suppose we apply signal between these two plates. Now suppose upper plate is made positive, lower plate is made negative. So what happens? This is upper plate and this is lower plate. Now this plate is positive, this plate is negative. So what happens? This beam is deflected on this side and it goes like this. So you will get means this spot here, it is deflected along y-axis. If we interchange polarity, it is deflected downwards. But if we apply suppose AC signal, so alternately it is changing. AC sine signal suppose we have applied here. So alternately it will change. So this spot will move up and down. This spot will move up and down along y-axis. Now if we take another plates that are X plates, that are vertical plates. So if we connect one plate to positive and another plate to negative, electric field is set up, that is along horizontal axis. And if we apply AC signal, so what happens? If we apply AC signal between these two plates, so electric field along horizontal axis will change directions alternately. So what happens here? Spot due to horizontal signal will move like this. Now if we apply these two signals simultaneously, this spot will move on the CRO screen and you will get a curve. That curve is decided by frequency ratio of two sine signals as well as amplitudes and phase difference. So in this way we demonstrate Lissajous figures using CRO and signal generators. We apply signals using signal generators. Now this figure I have taken from this source. Now see here, these are some CROs. CRO means cathode ray oscilloscope. So there are two channels. This is X channel, this is Y channel, this is X channel, this is Y channel. These are buttons used to arrange the scale. Here this is button, this is actually time base. This is also another CRO. Here we have X channel, here we have Y channel, here two knobs to adjust scale, and here we have time base knob. And these are some signal generators. We can take signal from this signal generator. Signal may be sine wave signal, square wave signal, triangular wave signal, and so on. Here we are going to use sine wave signal. Now experimental setup. So we have here, this is first signal generator, this is second signal generator. Now first signal generator is connected to X channel, second signal generator it is connected to Y channel using cable, coaxial cables. Now here using knobs, these knobs, you can set frequency, and using this knob you can change amplitude of that sine wave signal. Here also using these knobs you can set frequency, using this knob you can set amplitude, means there are knobs for amplitude setting as well as frequency setting, buttons and knobs. And here using these knobs you will set scale along X axis and along Y axis. So this is simple experimental setup used to demonstrate Lissajous figures. Now we will go to our experiment, and this experiment, it is virtual experiment. I have developed this experiment using Microsoft Excel and Visual Basic for applications that are inbuilt in Microsoft Excel. So we will go to that virtual experiment. So you will see this. So here we have, this is first signal generator, it is connected to X channel. This is second signal generator, it is connected to Y channel. Now here I have given spin buttons to change frequency, so you can change frequency here. So here, see here, according to that you will get figure. According to that, according to frequency ratio you will get figure. Now since two sources are independent sources, means first signal generator is independent of second signal generator, so what happens, phase difference between two signals, it is continuously changing, so it has dynamic phases are dynamic. So what happens here, if we start button here, you will see for frequency ratio, means 400 Hz along x axis and 600 Hz along y axis. The ratio is 2/3, 400 upon 600. So frequency ratio, it is 400 upon 600. So it is, we can see that frequency ratio is 2/3. That is f1 upon f2. That is 2/3. You will get figure like this. Now you can change frequency ratio. So I will change frequency. Now see, I have taken f1 300, f2 600. So frequency ratio is what? f1 to f2, it is 1:2. So frequency along x axis is less, frequency along y axis is more. So we got two loops along x axis. We got two loops along x axis. Suppose decrease this frequency again. So I have taken frequency ratio like this, 200 Hz along x axis and 600 Hz along y axis. Now frequency ratio is 200/600, so it is 1:3. So I got 3 loops along x axis. But see here, that loops are continuously changing, and that is due to what? Phase difference. Since phase difference is dynamic, it is changing because two signals are independent electrical signals. Now suppose I take here frequency 200. So 200. So when we take 200, frequency ratio is 1:1, and I got circle. Rotating circle. So rotating circle means it is not rotating, phase is continuously changing between x signal and y signal, and according to that phase we get a figure. So phase is changing from 0 to pi/4 to pi/2, 3 pi/2. For 0 phase we get circle, for pi/4 we get oriented ellipse, for pi we get straight line like this. So sorry, for pi/2 we get circle, for 0 we get straight line in xy plane with positive slope. For pi/2 we get circle, for pi we get straight line with negative slope, and so on. So in this way we get this one. Now I will change this frequency. So suppose we take this as 300 and go on changing this. So see here, frequency ratio, it is 300 1:1. So we got circle. Now 600 upon 300. So 600 upon 300. So frequency ratio is 2:1. So frequency along y axis is less. So again we got two loops, but orientation it is along y axis. Now this is frequency ratio 600 upon 350. Then 600 upon 200, that is 6/4, that is 3/2. Now see here, 600 to 600 means for 600 we got so it is 1:1. Again we got circle. So this is for 600 to 900, that is 2/3. So in this way we get this one. Now suppose we set this as suppose 300. Then see what happens. Frequency ratio is 1:3. I will take this as 300 along y-axis, and I will change this. So 300 to 300, it is circle. Now here 600 to 300, 2:1. 900 to 300, 3:1. So for 3:1, we got here 3 loops, but they are along y-axis. Along y-axis. Suppose we take this as 200. Now see here. So we will get 4 loops. Ratio is 8/2. So 4/1. 4:1. You will get 4 loops. So in this way, you can demonstrate Lissajous figures. That Lissajous figure is decided by frequency ratio and phase difference. Now using same setup, you can find frequency of unknown frequency source. Unknown frequency source. So we have one frequency source, signal source, that has known frequency, means frequency of that signal source you can measure. But we have another source whose frequency we do not know, only we get sine signal from that. How can we determine that frequency? So you can determine frequency of unknown source, unknown frequency from the source. So we'll see that. So out of these two, we will make one source unknown. So here, click here, known. Now it is unknown. So signal along x-axis is unknown now. I will not see that frequency, but I can determine frequency using other source. So here I will change here frequency. Randomly I am changing frequency here. Okay. So there may be certain frequency. Now we will compare this. So here go on changing frequency of this, and adjust Lissajous figure, either 2 loops, 3 loops or circle. So see here, I got circle. So F2 I know. F2 I know, that is 900. Lissajous figure, it is circle. So frequency ratio F1 to F2, it is 1:1. So F1 is what? 900. So frequency, whatever frequency of that signal along x-axis, it is 900. Now I will change this frequency. I will adjust some unknown frequency here again. I have adjusted some unknown frequency. Now start here. Now adjust frequency of known source. So see here, I got 3 loops. 3 loops along x-axis. So frequency ratio, it is 1:3. Frequency ratio, it is 1:3, because loops are along x-axis. So frequency along x-axis is less. Now F2 I know, 600. Lissajous figure, 3 loops. So F1 upon F2, it is 1/3. So F1 is F2/3, that is 600/3, that is 200. 200. We can verify whether it is 200 or not. You can change this. Now for 400 we got 2 loops, so it is 200. Suppose it is 200, then we must get circle. So we got circle. So frequency of unknown source, it is 200. So in this way, signal sources or signal generators are calibrated using CRO and known frequency source. So this is about Lissaj's figure experiment. This is virtual experiment developed by myself, and it will be useful for you. If you want this virtual lab experiment, give your email address in the link provided in description box of this video. I will share this through email. Now we'll go to result. Now we will see result. So I have noted down that results, frequency f1, frequency f2, ratio and corresponding Lissaj's figure. So for frequency 300 Hertz and 600 Hertz, here frequency it is in Hertz. Frequency ratio, that is f1 upon f2, it is 1:2, and I got figure like this, Lissaj's figure like this, that is along x-axis. Now second reading I have taken 200, 600, frequency ratio is 1:3, so I got 3 loops that are along x-axis. Now next one 200, 200, frequency ratio is 1:1, I got circle. I got circle because if amplitudes are equal, it is circle. If amplitudes are not equal, it will be ellipse. Now next one 600, 300. So frequency ratio is 2:1, and I got vertical 2 loops along y-axis. Now for frequency ratio 900 to 300, frequency ratio is 3:1, and I got here 3 loops along y-axis. For 600, 600, frequency ratio is 1:1, I got circle. So in this way we have demonstrated Lissaj's figures using signal generators and CRO. Now let us go to another result to find unknown frequency. So we have taken known frequency. We have taken different known frequencies. So we have taken known frequency, here unknown frequency, and here adjusted Lissaj's figure like this. So frequency ratio, it is 1:2, and known frequency was 600. So I got unknown frequency, that is 300. Means here f1 upon f2 is equal to 1/2. f2 is 600, so f1 is 600 by 2, so that is 300, and we have demonstrated that. Then we have taken circle here, and frequency was 300, frequency ratio was 1:1, so frequency of unknown source was 300. Then we have also demonstrated that we have 3 loops. Frequency along this was 600, loops are along x-axis, so frequency ratio is 1:3, and we got here 200. We have also demonstrated 3 loops along x-axis, and here frequency was 300, frequency ratio as 3:1, so we got here unknown frequency is 900 Hertz. So these are in Hertz. These are in Hertz. So this is about demonstration of Lissaj's figure and finding frequency of unknown source using Lissaj's figures. So thanks very much. If you like my lecture, my virtual lab, I request you to subscribe my channel, also press like button and also give comments on this, because these comments encourage me. If you want this package, register in the on the link given in the description box. This package will be mailed to you. So thanks very much here. Thanks again.